Hey guys, welcome to the Grease Rookie channel. I'm Andrew, and this channel is all about my journey resto modding this 1965 Mustang, aka the Iron 6. Now, we have some big things happening this week. Will this be the week that this car rides for the first time in 42 years? I really hope so. Not making any promises because, well, life happens, so. What's up guys? Is this week finally gonna be the week we get this thing running and rolling? I hope so. So here's the task at hand for this evening. Here's the remaining brake line. This is the last one we have to install. This runs from the rear distribution block up to the master cylinder. We have to get the old one removed. We'll pull it out, see if we can't get this one bent closely to the old one so we have no problems putting the new one in. After we do that, it's a matter of bleeding the brakes. And we will have brakes, and theoretically I should be able to drive this thing. So that's what we're doing. It's a great feeling, a really good feeling to have forward progress on a project. It really makes me feel good, like I'm an engine moving something forward. It's actually pretty good. Maybe I should write that down. Maybe put it on a t-shirt. Here's where we left off in the last episode and cut that brake line. Here's the first clip I need to deal with, and this is not like the ones up front. I don't think I'm going to be able to salvage these. These are much different, but we'll give it a go. Got one out. I just ate a mouthful of rust. I didn't think this thing was going to come out, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be real difficult, and then all of a sudden, with just prying underneath it, it popped out. Let's see if I can pop one out for you guys. Really hard to move down here right now without having falling rust shower all over me. I'm going to show you what I'm doing to get these clips off, but I need two hands, so I'm actually going to try holding the camera like on my mouth while I show you, so bear with me here. I had my pliers like that, and I was using my pliers to get leverage, get the end of the screwdriver under the clip, and then pop it off. And that seems to be working just fine for me. So that's what we're doing. The entire brake line's disconnected, but it's above the brake line cable. See here? It goes up above that, and I can't just fish it out. And I mean, I could cut it, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm gonna have to get the new one in. I think I can get it off if I at least take this cable off, which means I'm gonna have to spray this with PB Blaster, let it sit for a little bit, which is gonna slow me down. But it's the right thing to do, so that's what we're gonna do. Coming in with the PB Blaster. Alright, we'll let that sit for a few minutes. Figure out what else we can get into in the meantime.
There's some.
Check it out. It's Joe Daddy Live.
I think our original tooling.
Got a few minutes? Hop on social media, see what you can find.
A bit more expensive.
Here's an idea. Let's take a minute to check out this week's cool car. This is Tripp's 1967 Mustang. It's a sports sprint straight six, and the color is springtime yellow. Now you may have seen some of Tripp's comments on this channel. He's very thorough and detailed with explanations on how to do different things. And he also has his own channel where he puts up videos of the progress of his 67 Mustang. So if you get a minute, I'll put a link to that in the description. Check it out. I think that's everything. Tripp, thank you for your submission. It's a very cool car. Here's where we're at. Old brake line, new brake line. You can see the new brake line still needs some bending done to it, but I wanted to wait until I could get the new one up against the old one to get it pretty close before I fish it in underneath the car. All right, we got things reasonably close here. So I'm glad I kept that old one intact to use as a template. I never would have been able to do it underneath the car as I was putting it in, so that's definitely the way to go. Also, I put tape over each end of these so I don't get dirt in there whenever I'm fishing it in underneath the car, because it gets a little tight under there. And the last thing I want to do is get dirt inside all the hard work that I'm doing right now. Ready to fish them back in. Let's do it. All right, we got the last line fished up through, coming out by the master cylinder right here. This took just about as long as I expected, which I assumed it would take longer than I expected. So, seems like a good stopping point for the night. Okay, back at it, night 2. First order of business is, since the test drive is quickly approaching and we're going to be bleeding the brakes, I need to get the driver's seat out of storage. And I don't have a basement and my shed is small and filled with stuff, so the entire interior of the car is in our attic. Is that crazy? Off to find a driver's seat. You're coming with me. Welcome to my attic.
I'm dead sexy.
Down there, underneath those blankets and sheets, there's a driver's seat waiting for us. I'm gonna have you guys wait back here though, because it gets a little bit shady down there. Success. They really don't make stuff like they used to. Incredible. Simple, sleek, sexy. I really don't want to take the time to bolt this down. I feel like if I'm just real easy with it, no bolts will be a go for a test drive. It's not too bad. I think we'll be alright. I guess a few bolts won't hurt. How to bleed the master cylinder. Obviously we're not doing a bench bleed because I already installed it in the car, so I figure, hey, we'll get it done. It can't be that hard. I mean, I don't believe for a second that this is in there good enough, but I cannot, I just can't push it in any further. Okay, go ahead and slowly push.
My seat moved.
Oh yeah, your seat's not bolted down. So I stood watch while my wife slowly pushed in on the brake pedal. She fell backwards in the seat that wasn't bolted down, so that's beside the point. The cylinder is fully bled. We're ready to rock and roll there. The lines are out, and now it's just a matter of getting these lines hooked up. So let's do that now. Well, that was incredibly painful. Trying to make these conversion lines fit with new brake lines, you better be good at tying knots and bending and doing all kinds of stuff, because these things do not line up the way they should, which is, to be expected with aftermarket stuff, new brake lines, things like that. But I can tell you the video showing how it's done on the website from the place I bought it makes it look far easier than what it is. I just need to bleed the lines now, but I am tired and ready for bed. So that's the end of night 2. By the end of night 3, hopefully we have brakes. Well, this is the aftermath of a very long week. It's Thursday night, and I did get some work done, but I didn't film any of it. But I'll show you what I accomplished. It's a little tight in here, but let's see if I can do this demonstration without wrecking the place. Yes. We have brakes. The brakes are done. I might have to bleed them again though. They're a little soft. Well, they do get pretty tight. Let's do that one more time. Super fast speed. We have brakes. However, before we attempt to drive this thing, I need to check everything over again. It is Thursday night. This episode goes up tomorrow. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna have time to show this thing running and rolling in this episode. But I am now doing weekly startups on Tuesdays. So maybe, provided the snowstorm that's coming this weekend doesn't wreck the place, maybe that'll be the episode. It will happen very soon. This thing is ready to be fired up and taken out. I just want to check the brakes over one more time. I might even bleed them one more time because, I mean, I can move it back and forth a little bit in the garage, but my driveway is pretty steep. So, I mean, once I start down that thing, I'm committed. I better have brakes. So, just want to be a little cautious, but that's where we're at. Unfortunately, just a lot of things happened this week and I didn't make the kind of progress that I wanted to, but I did get everything done except for actually firing this thing up and riding it down the road. So please bear with me, guys. I really feel bad that it didn't happen this episode, especially if you guys are as excited as I am. I feel really bad, but it is coming soon. So that's all I have for this episode. I really appreciate you guys. Until the next episode, take care.